Hey, Cancer. I just sat down with my deck because something told me you need to hear this right now. I have been getting this really intense energy around secrets and money for you lately, and I needed to pull some cards to see what the universe is trying to tell you. So I am shuffling my cards and asking specifically about what is coming up for Cancer in the near future around hidden information and unexpected financial opportunities. The energy here feels like something has been brewing beneath the surface for a while, and it is finally about to come into the light. Let me pull the first card and see what we are working with here. Okay, so I just pulled the Eight of Wands, and honestly, this card is giving me such strong communication energy. This tells me that information is going to be flying at you really quickly. Like, you know when you have been waiting for clarity on something and then suddenly everything just clicks into place all at once? That is the vibe I am getting. The Eight of Wands is all about swift movement and messages that cannot be held back anymore. So whatever secret you have been suspecting or whatever truth has been hidden from you, it is about to come rushing forward with incredible speed. I want you to pay attention to your phone, your emails, maybe even unexpected conversations, because the truth is going to reveal itself through communication channels. What I find really interesting about this card in your reading is that it suggests the reveal is not going to be slow or subtle. This is not like a gradual realization. This is more like someone is finally going to say what needs to be said, or you're going to stumble upon information that makes everything crystal clear. The Eight of Wands does not waste time. It moves fast and it moves with purpose. So when this information comes to you, trust that it is coming at exactly the right moment, even if it feels overwhelming at first. I also want to mention that this card carries fire energy, which means there might be some passion or intensity around whatever gets revealed. Maybe the person delivering this information has been holding it in for a long time, and they are finally ready to speak their truth. Or maybe you are going to feel this fire inside you, pushing you to confront something you have been avoiding. Either way, the energy is dynamic and it is happening soon. Now let me pull the second card to understand what this secret actually involves. I just drew the Hierophant, and this is making me think the secret has something to do with established systems, institutions, or traditional structures. The Hierophant represents conventional wisdom, official channels, maybe even legal or contractual matters. So when I combine this with the Eight of Wands, I am getting the sense that whatever comes to light might be connected to something official or formal. This could be related to a business partnership, a contract, maybe even something involving education or institutions you are connected with. The Hierophant also represents mentors and advisors, so there is a possibility that the secret involves someone in a position of authority or someone you have looked up to. What feels really significant here is that the Hierophant is about things that are supposed to follow rules and ethical standards. So if there is a secret coming to light, it might involve someone breaking those rules or going against what they were supposed to uphold. I have seen this combination before when someone discovered that a business partner was not being truthful about finances, or when someone found out that a mentor was not practicing what they preached. The Hierophant energy suggests that whatever this is, it involves trust that was placed in someone within a formal or traditional setting. You might have suspected something was off, but you gave them the benefit of the doubt because of their position or reputation. The truth coming out might shake your faith in systems or people you once trusted completely. But here is what I want you to remember about the Hierophant. This card also represents higher wisdom and spiritual truth. So even though discovering a secret might be difficult, it is ultimately serving your highest good. The universe is showing you the truth so you can make decisions, based on reality rather than illusion. Let me pull another card to see how this connects to the financial aspect of your reading. I just pulled the Three of Wands, and now things are starting to make more sense. The Three of Wands is about expansion, planning for the future, and looking at opportunities from a higher perspective. This card suggests that the financial proposal coming your way is connected to growth and possibly even international or long-distance ventures. I am getting the feeling that someone might approach you with an opportunity that sounds really promising. They might present it as a way to expand your income, invest in something with big potential, or collaborate on a project that could bring financial rewards. The Three of Wands has this energy of standing at the edge of something new and exciting, looking out at all the possibilities ahead. But here is where it gets interesting when I connect this to the previous cards. The secret that comes to light with the Eight of Wands and the Hierophant might actually be related to this financial opportunity. There could be hidden information about the proposal itself, or maybe the person making the proposal has not been completely honest about something important. I want you to be really careful here because the Three of Wands can sometimes make opportunities look more attractive than they actually are. You see the potential in the promise, but you might not see what is happening behind the scenes. My intuition is telling me that you should absolutely listen to any financial proposals that come your way, but you need to do your homework. Ask questions. Request documentation. Do not let excitement about potential gains make you overlook red flags. The Three of Wands is also about patience and strategic planning. So even if someone tries to rush you into making a decision, take your time. The right opportunity will still be there after you have done your due diligence. Let me pull the fourth card to understand what you need to be aware of as this situation unfolds. Okay, I just drew the Fool, and this card is really making me pause because the Fool represents new beginnings and taking leaps of faith, but it also carries a warning about being naive or not seeing potential dangers. In traditional tarot imagery, the Fool is often shown walking toward the edge of a cliff, so focused on the sky and possibilities that they are not watching where they are stepping. When I see the Fool in a reading about secrets and financial proposals, my concern is that someone might be counting on you to be trusting and optimistic to the point where you do not ask the hard questions. The Fool is innocent and sees the best in people, which is beautiful, but it can also make you vulnerable to people who do not have your best interests at heart. What I really want you to understand about this card in your reading is that it is okay to be excited about new opportunities. It is okay to believe in possibilities, but you also need to balance that optimism with practical awareness. The Fool is asking you to trust your journey and be open to what comes next, but not at the expense of your discernment. I think the universe is showing you this card as a reminder that you can be both hopeful and cautious at the same time. You do not have to choose between being positive and being protected. Another layer of the Fool that feels relevant here is that this card represents the beginning of a journey. So whatever secret gets revealed and whatever financial proposal comes your way, these are just the starting points of a much larger story. How you respond to these initial situations will set the tone for what comes after. The Fool encourages you to stay flexible and adaptable, because the path ahead might twist and turn in unexpected ways. Let me pull the fifth card too. See what the outcome could be if you handle this situation with awareness. Just pulled the Ace of Pentacles, and I have to say this is actually a really positive sign. The Ace of Pentacles represents a genuine opportunity for material abundance and financial security. This is the card of solid foundations, tangible results, and real prosperity. What this tells me is that despite the complications around secrets and the need for caution, there is a legitimate opportunity here for you to improve your financial situation. The Ace of Pentacles is like the universe handing you a seed that has the potential to grow into something substantial. But remember, an ace is just the beginning. It is potential, not guaranteed outcome. You have to nurture that seed. You have to plant it in good soil. You have to tend to it with wisdom and care. I think what the cards are telling you overall is that yes, there is an unexpected financial opportunity coming, and yes, it has real potential. But it is coming alongside a revelation of truth that you need to pay attention to. The secret that comes to light is actually protective information. It is the universe giving you the knowledge you need to make smart decisions about this financial opportunity. If you ignore the secret or dismiss the warning signs because you are excited about the money, you might end up in a situation that looks good on the surface but has problems underneath. However, if you acknowledge the truth, do your research, and proceed with both optimism and caution, the Ace of Pentacles suggests you can absolutely manifest something valuable and lasting. This card is about building real wealth, not just quick money. So whatever you decide to pursue, make sure it aligns with your values and has a solid foundation. Let me pull the sixth card to understand who or what might be involved in this situation. I just drew the Tower, and honestly, Cancer, this card is giving me chills, because the Tower represents sudden upheaval, shocking revelations, and structures that crumble when they were built on unstable foundations. When the Tower shows up in a reading about secrets, it confirms that whatever truth comes out is going to be significant and possibly quite shocking. This is not going to be a small piece of information. This is the kind of revelation that changes your perspective on a situation or a person entirely. The Tower often appears when we have been building our understanding of something on false assumptions or incomplete information. Then suddenly the truth crashes in like lightning, and everything we thought we knew gets disrupted. Now I want to be clear about something with the Tower. Yes, this card can feel scary and uncomfortable. Nobody enjoys having their world shaken up. But the Tower is actually a blessing in disguise because it destroys what was false so that something true and authentic can be built in its place. If there is deception or instability in any area of your life right now, the Tower energy is going to expose it. And while that might be painful in the moment, it is protecting you from investing more time, energy, or money into something that was never solid to begin with. In the context of your financial proposal, the Tower might indicate that you are going to discover something about the opportunity or the people involved that completely changes how you see it. Maybe you will find out that the numbers do not add up the way they were presented. Maybe you will learn that someone has a history you were not aware of. Maybe the opportunity itself will suddenly fall apart before you even get involved, which would actually be the universe protecting you from a bad situation. I have learned through years of reading tarot that when the Tower appears, the best thing you can do is stay grounded, remain flexible, and trust that whatever falls away was meant to fall away. Do not try to hold together something that the universe is trying to break apart for your own good. Let me pull the 7th card to see what guidance the universe wants to give you about navigating this. Okay. I just pulled the Empress, and this energy feels so different from the Tower that just came before it. The Empress is all about abundance, nurturing, and trusting your intuition. She represents the divine feminine energy of creation and prosperity. What I'm getting from this card in your reading is that you need to trust your gut feelings about both the secret and the financial opportunity. The Empress is deeply intuitive. She knows things without needing logical proof. She senses energy and reads between the lines. So if something feels off to you, Cancer, even if you cannot explain why, honor that feeling. Your intuition is trying to protect you. The Empress is also reminding you that real abundance comes from nurturing and patience, not from rushing into things or forcing outcomes. If this financial opportunity is meant for you, it will still be available after you take time to think about it, research it, and consult with people you trust. The Empress does not operate from scarcity or fear of missing out. She operates from a place of knowing that the universe is abundant, and there will always be opportunities for those who are aligned with their truth. Another beautiful message from the Empress is about self-worth. This card is asking you to consider whether you are being valued appropriately in this financial proposal. Are you being offered fair compensation for what you bring to the table? Are your boundaries being respected? The Empress knows her worth and does not settle for less than she deserves. So as you evaluate this opportunity, make sure it honors your value and contributions. Do not let anyone make you feel like you should be grateful for scraps when you deserve a feast. Let me pull the 8th card to see what the long-term implications might be. I just drew the Hermit, and this card is telling me that you might need to take some time alone to really process everything that comes to light. The Hermit represents introspection, solitude, and seeking wisdom from within. After all the intensity of the Tower revelation and the decision about the financial opportunity, you are going to need space to think clearly without outside influence. The Hermit carries a lantern that lights the way forward, but that light comes from within. This suggests that the answers you are looking for about how to proceed are not going to come from other people's opinions or advice. You are going to have to go deep within yourself and connect with your own inner wisdom. I know it can be tempting to immediately ask friends or family what they think you should do, but the Hermit is suggesting that you need quiet time to hear your own voice first. This card also indicates that whatever you learn from this experience is going to contribute to your spiritual and personal growth. The Hermit is often called the wise teacher or the sage. So going through this situation, as challenging as it might be, is going to give you valuable insights that will serve you for years to come. You are going to learn something important about discernment, about trusting yourself, about recognizing truth from illusion. These lessons will make you wiser and more confident in your decision-making going forward. The Hermit also suggests that you might benefit from seeking guidance from someone who is neutral and experienced, not someone emotionally involved in your life. but maybe a mentor, a financial advisor, or even a spiritual counselor who can offer objective perspective. Let me pull the ninth card to see what potential challenge you might face in this situation. I just pulled the Sun, and you know what? I have to be honest with you. When the Sun appears, it usually represents joy, success, and clarity. But in the context of this reading where we are talking about challenges, I think the Sun is highlighting the potential challenge of things looking too good to be true. The Sun is bright and warm and optimistic. It can sometimes blind us to practical concerns because we are so drawn to the light and warmth of possibility. I think the challenge here might be that this financial opportunity is going to be presented in a really attractive way. The person proposing it might be charismatic and convincing. The numbers might look great on paper. Everything might seem to shine with promise. And that brightness might make it hard for you to see the shadows where problems could be hiding. The Sun can also represent a desire for external validation and success. So there might be a part of you that wants to say yes to this opportunity because it looks impressive to others or because it feeds your ego in some way. But the Sun is asking you to make sure you are saying yes for the right reasons, not just because something looks good from the outside. On a deeper level, the Sun is about authenticity and truth. So the ultimate challenge might be staying true to yourself and your values, even when faced with something shiny and tempting. The Sun wants you to shine your light, yes, but from a place of genuine alignment, not from performing for others or chasing external markers of success. Let me pull the 10th and final card to bring this reading to completion and see what the overall message is for you. Just pulled Justice, and I cannot think of a more perfect card to end this reading. Justice is about truth, fairness, and karmic balance. This card is telling you that whatever secret comes to light, and however you handle this financial situation, the universe is working to restore balance and truth to your life. Justice sees everything. She weighs all the facts. She cuts through deception and reveals what is fair and true. If someone has been dishonest with you, or if there has been an imbalance in any area of your life, Justice is here to set things right. The scales might tip back and forth for a while as truth gets revealed and situations get reassessed, but ultimately everything will find its proper balance. Justice also represents cause and effect. The decisions you make now will have consequences that play out over time. So this card is encouraging you to think carefully about your choices and make sure they align with your integrity. If you act from a place of truth and fairness, Justice promises that you will receive truth and fairness in return. If you compromise your values for short-term gain, that will also have its consequences. What I really love about Justice appearing as your final card is that it suggests you have the wisdom and discernment to navigate this situation successfully. Justice is not a victim of circumstances. Justice is empowered through knowledge and clear thinking. You have the ability to see through deception, to ask the right questions, to protect yourself while still remaining open to legitimate opportunities. Trust yourself, Cancer. Trust your ability to weigh the evidence and make decisions that serve your highest good. The truth is coming to light not to hurt you, but to free you. The financial opportunity is presenting itself not to trick you, but to give you a choice. And you have everything you need within you to choose wisely. So let me bring all of this together for you, Cancer. The cards are showing that you are about to receive information that you may have suspected, but did not have confirmation about. This truth is going to come through quickly via communication, possibly involving someone in an official position or a formal situation. Around the same time, you are going to be presented with a financial opportunity that looks promising and could genuinely lead to material abundance. However, the secret that gets revealed is connected to this opportunity in some way, and you need to pay very careful attention to what comes to light. Do not let excitement about potential gains make you ignore warning signs or rush into decisions without doing your homework. Take time alone to really think things through and trust your intuition above all else. The challenge will be seeing past the attractive packaging to evaluate what is really being offered and whether it aligns with your values and integrity. But if you stay grounded in truth and make decisions from a place of wisdom rather than fear or greed, Justice promises that everything will work out fairly and you will be protected from any harm. I want you to know that I am really feeling the protective energy in this reading, Cancer. The universe is not setting you up for failure. The universe is giving you information and awareness so you can make empowered choices. Pay attention to your gut feelings over the next few weeks. If something does not sit right with you, do not talk yourself out of that feeling. Your intuition is sharp right now, and it is working over time to keep you safe and guide you toward genuine opportunities that will serve your growth and prosperity. Send me a comment and let me know if this resonated with you. I would love to hear what you are experiencing around secrets and financial opportunities right now.